I've been through a divorce, and my heart goes out to those children. And my heart goes out to Dorit as a mother, because you don't want to let your children down.
Dorit Kemsley filed for divorce on Friday in a Los Angeles county, citing irreconcilable differences and seeking sole custody of Jagger, 11 years old, and Phoenix, 9 years old. They drew a line in the sand of a flying fish. The filing follows bombshell photographs of PK in a steamy public embrace with another woman, his first post-separation romance laid bare for tabloids worldwide. Assets once shared will now be fought over, and the glittering veneer of the decade-long marriage has dissolved into legal briefs and custody motions. It all happened mere hours after PK was photographed locking lips with reality star Amazing Race alum Shayna Wall, whose striking resemblance to Dorit only adds salt to the wound. Filed strategically within 24 hours of that public romp, Dorit's petition also seeks spousal support. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reality star is far more likely to get all of that now, since their marriage hit the 10-year mark. Wait for it, just last month. The Queen of Glam has clearly not just been getting her beauty sleep in the couple's lavish $7 million mansion in Beverly Hills. She's also been plotting to get the best cards to be played, avoiding leaving the marriage with nothing. She wasn't about to suffer the same fate as Ashley Darby, who let Michael Darby play in her face all the way to a bogus outcome. Neither was she going out sad like Erica Jane, whose fortunes got all tied up in the Tom Girardi scandal. Insiders say the lightning-fast filing was designed to establish narrative control before PK's camp could spin the story. Hit us up with your own hot take on why you think the filing happened so quick after PK's photographs. Comment down below on whether you think she's been plotting how to pull the plug for a while now, or whether maybe this was a rushed filing out of emotions from betrayal. Looking forward to reading your comments, but for now, the glam facade has shattered. The battle for Beverly Hills' next big headline is now in the courts. Stay until the end of the video as we dissect every motion, every declaration, and every bombshell to come. Just as the public were doom scrolling and reacting to PK's photographs in full PDA mode with the blonde reality star, Dorit's team had the divorce papers in. Coincidence? Unlikely in a world where optics reign supreme. Fans suspect Dorit waited for that photograph to drop before pulling the legal trigger, ensuring maximum leverage and narrative control. According to documents seen by TMZ and others, Dorit is also specifically asking the court to terminate PK's claim to spousal support, making it clear that she believes she's the primary caretaker and financial steward of their kids moving forward. Now, TMZ confirms the couple had no prenuptial agreement, meaning California's community property rules will govern asset division. Dorit is also asking for sole physical custody of their two kids, spousal support, and for the court to terminate PK's ability to collect the same. A bold, bedazzled move, especially considering the two had been presenting a united front just months ago, insisting they were, and I quote, working through things privately. But with the filing, Dorit has made it clear that she's done negotiating in public. Sources close to the situation say Dorit has had it, not just with the marriage, but with the double life, the "we are still trying" PR circus, and the increasing distance between her reality and PK's. What started as a glamorous Euro love story now ends with a court case, custody demands, and a new chapter in her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills journey. The timing is giving. I saw the pictures and I called my lawyer, and Twitter is already ablaze with speculation. Was PK's public date the final straw? Is Dorit setting up her "I'm a single mom, hear me roar" storyline for the next season? I don't think every single thing Dorit does is designed to secure her place on the show, to be honest. But if you beg to differ and just think she really is a stunt queen through and through, I'd like to see your view in the comment section below. But I think she was always going to be back next season regardless, because first of all, she truly carried season 14 and has reason to become one of the more influential housewives on that cast. Besides, I think divorce is a pretty traumatic experience regardless. The fact that it's all playing out in public, she still has two children to shield from it all. The fan theories about Dorit being so fame hungry and desperate to stay on the show can take a break, especially right now, especially since up until she finally pulled the plug from her marriage to PK, initial whispers whispers were that they were just doing it for storylines, at least until we saw it all play out in season 14 that no, they are really falling apart. And here's the timeline. In March 2015, Dorit and PK Kemsley marry in a fairy tale Beverly Hills ceremony, instantly becoming reality TV royalty. 2016, the newlyweds joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast. Their cheeky banter and couture lifestyle make them an instant fan favorite. 2021, Dorit survives a terrifying home invasion. Cameras capture her post-traumatic stress disorder and PK's initial support until the emotional distance set in. In May 2024, after nearly a decade together, the couple announces they are taking time apart to work on themselves, stressing co-parenting but insisting it isn't divorce. And then in early 2025 on the show, PK moved out of their Encino mansion amid rumors of mounting financial and emotional strain. 24 April 2025, tabloids explode as PK is photographed passionately kissing reality star Shannon Wall, whose striking resemblance to Dorit only fuels the fire. And then the very next day, in a strategic legal maneuver designed to secure forum control and narrative dominance, Dorit files for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, seeking sole legal and physical custody of their 2 children, and requesting spousal support, amongst other things. The glam facade has shattered, and the next act of this Beverly Hills saga will play out in the courtroom. Married in March 2015, Dorit and PK seemed like a match made for reality TV royalty. The early years, Dorit, ex-fashion designer, brought couture flair. PK, the British businessman with dad jokes and high roller connections, brought the capital. Their Beverly Hills mansion, designer wardrobes, and red carpet appearances made them instant fan favorites. They welcomed sons Jagger, born in 2013, and Phoenix, born in 2016, projecting a picture-perfect family. They weathered minor PR storms, lawsuits, Dorit's 2021 home invasion trauma, hand in hand. Season 12, post-traumatic stress disorder arc. After a terrifying break-in, Dorit's tearful vulnerability humanized her. PK rallied to support her until he didn't. Fans saw the first cracks. Season 14, the unraveling. What began as a supportive concern morphed into an accusation. PK called Dorit's spending explosive and hinted that he couldn't keep funding her couture lifestyle. Dorit shot back that he did love the spotlight and her glam because it elevated him. And together, they went from couple goals to case study in slow motion collapse. It's been so sad watching the slow decline of their marriage. Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Season 14 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was less about salacious affairs and more about an emotional siege. 4 moments in particular tore the veneer off Dorit and PK's picture-perfect marriage and set the stage for their eventual divorce. First, Dorit's full-blown alcoholic accusation in a confessional cut deeper than any betrayal, as PK angrily insisted he'd been sober. She would later hint that he's not even that good of a father as previously thought. When Kathy asked about this, Dorit took the opportunity to say, well, actually, I'm the one who made it look that way. That man has barely been home during our marriage. Well, now, we know that PK travels a lot across the pond thanks to his global business networks. And I think the same ones he reminds her, keep the lights on in your fairy tale. Then came the, and I quote, weaponized trauma showdown. Dorit, still grappling with PTSD from her 2021 home invasion, felt abandoned by PK's inability to understand her triggers, while he accused her of using that trauma for an on-camera sympathy. He was at some point insinuating that she's a little manipulative, dragging that whole thing out to both maximize camera time and also keep an upper hand in their marriage. I don't know why he thought all of that, but by this time, it was pretty clear that he had emotionally checked out. He couldn't stand her and saw her cry for help as whining. Mid-season, viewers watched Dorit navigate events and cast trips alone, only to have PK appear later in the way that she called performative, as if they were 2 actors going through scripted motions rather than a married couple rebuilding trust. At part 2 of the reunion, Dorit openly distanced herself from her own mental health and fiercely rebuked Garcelle and Sutton for questioning her loyalty, an icy crescendo to a season defined by silences and passive-aggressive bobs. She also talked about how this man is still her heart and her life, and his response over on Instagram, yeah, real mature. April. And just weeks after PK moved out of their Encino mansion, the real-life dinner scene landed like a bombshell. PK told Dorit he was slashing their 5-hour check-in calls down to a bare minimum to cure their codependence, and then paraded his sleek new wardrobe and not so subtle signal that he was already back on the market. The rest of the season played out like a Greek tragedy, Dorit tearfully revealing scathing emails from PK demanding she rein in her couture spending, and PK's stunned silence as cameras rolled. No explosive affair made headlines, just a slow motion collapse of two people once in love now racing towards a courtroom showdown. The next act of this Beverly Hills saga will play out in courtrooms rather than cocktail parties. Dorit's bid for sole legal and physical custody of Jagger and Phoenix forces PK into a battle for visitation rights. Dorit's filing, however, leans heavily on irreconcilable differences, and PK's now public romp with Shanna Wald to paint him as an unstable co-parent. Expect her attorneys to argue that his emotional absence, so vividly documented this season, and his sudden return to the dating scene undermine the consistency and support their children need right now. Dorit's demand for alimony and coverage of her legal fees makes it clear that she's braced for a lengthy, high-stakes financial fight. And with no prenup in place, every asset from their multi-million-dollar Encino home to PK's investment account stands to be dissected, valued, and divided. What do you guys think? Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching until the end. Until next time, bye.